One of the loftiest desires of any golfer is to get Tiger Woods' admiration. The five-time Green Jacket champion broke several records on the field and is well known by fans all around the globe. It's a tremendous pleasure to get recognition from such a legendary person in the golfing community. Bryson DeChambeau is one of those fortunate athletes. He's a professional golfer who is now rising and illuminating the game. Woods complimented him on his new appearance in 2021 and stated something he had never uttered to anybody else. Join us in this video as we take you back in time to when Tiger Woods once put LIV golf superstar Bryson DeChambeau on the same pedestal as him. Prior to the Masters in 2021, Tiger Woods, a golfing great, hailed DeChambeau for his growth in a press conference. DeChambeau has worked hard to improve his game, according to Woods, who gave him high accolades. Bryson has shown exceptional range form, and he has even modified one of his clubs to enable him to smash the ball farther than ever before in a short period of time. Woods was tremendously pleased with Bryson's fresh form. What Bryson has done has been just remarkable, and we've all been astounded at what he's been able to achieve in such a short period of time. Never has it been done before, Woods said in an interview. Bryson DeChambeau after transformation. The golfing community has been buzzing over Bryson DeChambeau's new muscles. With his newly acquired strength, he was able to strike the ball further than any other player and think of attack angles that other players wouldn't dare attempt. No player since Woods has altered the sport as much as DeChambeau. Woods said that although his growth was different from DeChambeau's, the effect remained the same. Woods was outstanding at the beginning of his career. To make it more difficult for Woods to consistently win, other courses, including Augusta National, extended several of its holes. This covert strategy for taking against Woods became known as tiger-proofing. Receiving accolades from Tiger Woods, who is now a legend, was fantastic for Bryson. And why not? After all, he is among the greatest players of all time and has won 8 PGA Tour events, including 1 major title. Why is Bryson DeChambeau so feared in the golf world? All you have to do is watch Bryson DeChambeau swing a club to see why people dislike him. His mechanics are very strange. His left arm is not bent. All of his irons are the same length, and his club flies on a single plane. It looks like his swing shouldn't even be legal, but it is. It looks like it shouldn't work, but for some strange reason, it does. DeChambeau believes that his swing is the most favorable one for him physically. Golf is a game of physics and mechanical dynamics. Players create their strategies using the facts at hand, that which can be seen, experienced, and tested. And DeChambeau couldn't give a damn what other people think about the way he swings his club. The data is important to him. DeChambeau wants to know every piece of information accessible before each shot, such as the barometric pressure in the atmosphere or the species of grass and its sap content. But many golfers would be overwhelmed by vast quantities of information. His father, John DeChambeau, argues that ADD is not always the cause. It's just how he interprets events. Bryson DeChambeau is golf's rebel because he wants to completely eliminate feel from his game, which is why the sap and barometric pressure have a function. He plays golf in a very analytical manner. Nobody else on the PGA Tour plays like DeChambeau, which is why he is so despised. Despite rising from 153rd in the world in 2017 to number 6 today, broadcasters, golf professionals, caddies, and other players have all come up with various arguments as to why DeChambeau shouldn't be playing the way he is. He plays very slowly, and among the most popular criticisms are that his strategies will never succeed at the top level. Brendan Todd, a professional golfer, has even called him a nut. On the other side, Tiger Woods has embraced DeChambeau's style. At the Dell Technologies Championship last year, Woods told reporters, "I know that we think about the game very differently. He's very much a numbers person, and I'm very much a feel-oriented man. But for some reason, we get along very well and we work," he said. DeChambeau is that person thanks to his brains, swing, and irons. DeChambeau has the ability to alter the way the game is played as he improves his technique and moves up the golf rankings. Even with his peculiar swing, there seems to be no upper limit to how excellent he may become. That's what the golf industry finds frightening. Bryson's early days. Bryson excelled at sports as a youngster in Clovis, California. He excelled in all 3 sports: baseball, basketball, and volleyball. He had a peculiar way about him. John and Jan DeChambeau, his parents, saw several peculiarities both on and off the pitch. According to John, "The best way my wife and I can explain it is that when we told him to clean his bedroom, Bryson would grab a mop, a broom brush, a vacuum, the pledge for the doors, and the 409 cleaning solution. And 3 hours later, he would come out and say, "Okay, that's done." And it would be insanely spotless. Although it made for a neat atmosphere, little Bryson found it difficult to learn from. During a golf instruction, John once knelt down on the green and explained to Bryson how the putt would break. "Why?" Bryson inquired. "Because it does," John retorted. "But why?" Bryson questioned. John was irritated. John reasoned to himself, "I'm going to have to make another one that looks just like him because I'm going to kill him." Not only was Bryson inherently inquisitive, but he also disliked surprises, especially when they occurred in the batter's box on a baseball field. When Bryson was about 12 years old, John recalls he was duped by the first curveball he had ever seen. In response to the ball's intended strike, Bryson circled. He questioned his father. "What was that?" Around that time, John went with Bryson to see his old friend Mike Shy, a golf enthusiast who had been refining a special, science-based strategy for the game. In the 1970s, Shy and John DeChambeau played junior golf together in Northern California and remained in contact after their respective careers were over. Young Bryson and Shy immediately shared the same philosophical viewpoints, or as much as a mature man and a 12-year-old kid can at least. Shy was a student of Homer Kelly, who in 1969 wrote a fairly revolutionary book titled The Golfing Machine that went into exhaustive detail on how to develop a golf swing using scientific principles as opposed to the conventional cultural ones. The book gained some notoriety among the California golf underground, but it never really took off in the general public. They didn't know what it was in the 70s, Shy added. It's extremely difficult to read. Shy needed a subject to test his theories on. Bryson could have met the criteria. He was the perfect obsessive match for Shy, so he wooed him with expensive equipment, gadgets, and cameras that he used to gather information. He demonstrated his techniques to him, but he made no promises about their efficacy. He conceded that not everyone would like the style. "We've always agreed that it should be Bryson's choice, decision, and property," Shy added. "In the end, you have to believe it and accept the possibility of error." Bryson had a picture-perfect classic swing before he began working with Shy, which caught the attention of several coaches at significant collegiate programs. Shy's unconventional game was something that would make them dislike him. Still, Bryson carried it out. His swing saw a significant alteration during his final year. John claims that Oklahoma State and Baylor lost interest. The coaches asked, "What's wrong with this kid?" as they approached him and observed him, said John. Bryson continued to get offers, and when the time came, he brought his peculiar game to SMU for college. Because he was so excellent, nobody there appeared to worry about how he played. He never received criticism since he was consistently outperforming everyone, according to Jason Enlow, his SMU coach. He was leading our squad, doing an outstanding job, earning excellent grades, doing well in class, and working out hard. He definitely led by example. DeChambeau was and still is a brilliant golfer in Enlow's opinion, not only because of the way he plays the game, but also because of his obsessive sense of competition. No matter what kind of golf he played, he would be competent. The rise to professionalism. Before DeChambeau became a professional, and not just a professional, but one who won a lot and is moving up the rankings, it was believed that his playing style was a foolish gimmick. He has 6 victories since 2017 and is now ranked 6th in the world. DeChambeau soon developed into a trending topic of constant discussion among golfers and the journalists who cover the sport. What DeChambeau gains from his playing style is what is lost. He views the golfing machine as a technique of approaching and improving the game. It soothes him and fulfills his interests. According to John, Bryson would construct things for a job if he weren't a golfer, much as he has done with his golf swing. According to what we did over time, Bryson learned that he could put his swing together, Shy stated. What will you do with component number 1? How are you going to proceed with the second component? Because he enjoys doing it, it was simple for him. It flooded his thoughts because, believe me, it goes to wild places. DeChambeau wants to develop into the golfing machine. Every day, he grows closer and closer. On the PGA Tour, DeChambeau has 5 victories. In the 2016 US Open and the 2016 Masters, he tied for positions 15 and 21, respectively. DeChambeau is experimenting in the lab as this year's Masters draws near. He's been so busy that, before the competition, he pushed back all media demands until after the tournament's conclusion on Sunday via the agency of his agent. There's too much data to compile. There's always one more piece of information or emotion to disprove. Everyone refers to Bryson as the mad scientist, Shy said. DeChambeau, whom Shai initially introduced to DeChambeau when he was only 15 years old, is the first significant golf star to come out of Kelly's Golfing Machine Academy. When people see my talent, they immediately accuse me of being a lunatic. Only Bryson was allowed to leave the table. He is Frankenstein. No doubts, Bryson is the next big thing in the golf game. Keep an eye out for him.